Hi guys, today we are going to be opening the largest PR package that I have ever received. If you're seeing something like poke up here, it's because oh my goodness, this package is so big. I got a package from Wet n Wild, and it's been, I've had this for quite some time. I'll be completely honest. I saw this when I got it. I kind of opened it and I peeked in it and I was like, I am so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do with this. So this is their Halloween collection. All I want to do with this is just, I want to show you what is inside of it, and then we're going to test out some of these things. I'm not going to be using all of these. There is so much stuff in here, and like I said, it is a Halloween collection, so there is going to be like a face paint and stuff like that, and that is not really my thing. Like, I don't do costume makeup. Like, that is not something that really interests me. I just do day-to-day makeup. I just do makeup because I think it's fun. I don't do it in a very artsy way, even though some people would maybe be like, you're kind of an artist because you do your eye makeup differently than other people. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't really do like really out there like face painting and like costumes and like Halloween looks and stuff like that, and a lot of the stuff in here are like meant to do those kind of looks. But anyway, let me stop blabbering. I'm gonna just show you what is inside of this. So it comes in this really cute packaging. Can you even see? Am I even in frame? God knows. I'm gonna open this up and I will show you everything that is inside. So this package, and then there is, I want to say like 5 layers of stuff in here. We're gonna take it one layer at a time. Like I said, I'm not going to be swatching all of this. I'm not going to be taking even all of it out of the packages because a lot of these things I will probably give away because I know for myself that I'm not going to be able to use all of these, but I'm very grateful that I'm at least able to show it off and like show you what is in this collection because it is a really fun collection, and I think that honestly a lot of these things look really cool. So let's start. Top layer, we have some lipsticks. I'm gonna just take off this little plastic thing on top. Let's try that again. So top row here, we have some lipsticks. I think these are the Eyeshadow lipsticks, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just take one out so I can, let me try to take one out is what I was trying to say. Okay, so this is the matte lipstick, and we actually have a black here, which is really cool. Maybe this is the one that I should try because I actually don't have a black lipstick in my collection currently because after my lipstick declutter, I decluttered so many lipsticks and I didn't have a black that I liked, so I got rid of the ones that I did have. There's also a white one. So like I said, it's a very Halloween-y collection. This is just so cool. There's also a red, there is a blue. I'm just kind of like peeking at these to see the colors. There's a gray, there's a green. Oh my goodness, look at this color. Look at that color lipstick. I've never seen a green lipstick like this. Ooh, and there's also a beautiful orange as well as a very dark like blurple color. Maybe I need to use the orange though. I'm gonna pull out the black and the orange and put those aside. Let's see, what are these other things we have? There's a lip scrub. There is a pumpkin lip scrub, which I will take out and I will use because I love pumpkin, so that one's gonna be mine. There's also a candy apple one, which is a lip mask, which is also gonna be mine because I'm gonna keep those. Let's see, there is a lip and cheek tint. There is a red one and a black one. There's also some glitter liners. There's a black one, there's a glittery blue, and there's sort of a transparent color. There's also, like I said, the face paint. So there is a red one, a white one, and a black one. I'm gonna put this one down. We're gonna move into layer number 2. And in layer number 2, we have more face paint as well as some eyeshadow palettes. And I have to admit, some of these eyeshadow palettes look real nice. These are the paint palettes. So there is a, can you even see? You can probably see the colors through here. But I'm not going to take these out because, like I said, face paint is not my thing. But the eyeshadow palettes look really nice. There is one in here that is sort of a grungy green. It reminds me a lot of the Subculture palette. I'm not sure how well you can really see that. There's also another one which is more of a purpley blue color story, but this one doesn't have as many mattes in it, so I think I'm going to probably use this one because this color story is kind of fun. I like it, and these are very affordable palettes. Obviously, Wet n Wild is a very affordable brand, so I tried to find this collection online before I started filming, and there weren't anywhere that everything is available. So I'm gonna link a couple of places that sell Wet n Wild, and if there's anything that you're interested in, maybe just kind of flick through those sites and see like which one has the things that you maybe want to get or at least take a look at. Let's move into the third layer in this box, and in here are a couple of things that I definitely want to test out. So up here we have a what is this? It's a contour palette with a white and a gray. I'm sorry if I'm like blinding you, but obviously these are, you know, reflective. There's a blush in here that I feel like I'm definitely gonna be able to use, so we're gonna test this one out today. We're gonna also test out this highlighter down here. There are 2 highlighters, and then there is a ton of glitter palettes, which you guys know, glitters is not my thing. I don't like using glitters on my eyes, so all of these are glitter palettes. These are probably awesome if you're into glitters, and I think that having them in like small little palettes like that, that's a good way to sell glitter if you're gonna sell glitter. Like, put them in separate palettes and not in like with regular shadows. Like, I approve of the way that this collection is made. Next layer, we have lashes, and you guys know I don't really wear lashes, so these aren't going to be for me, but these are really cool. They look awesome. Like, there's a pair of glitter lashes up here, which I'm not sure if you can really see like how glittery and sparkly those are, but if you're into lashes, these are probably going to be awesome because they're very out there, very intense. If you want to do like a dramatic look for Halloween, this would probably be perfect. Next layer, can you tell why I was overwhelmed when I got this package? I think this is actually the bottom layer. So we're gonna take a look at these and see what is in here. So there is actually some pretty cool things in here. There is 2 colored mascaras. There is a blue one and a purple one here. There is a primer serum, which is a pumpkin seed extract. I totally forgot that there was even like anything like that. So I'm probably gonna take that out. Currently it's like stuck in here, but I'm probably gonna take that out and try it out myself because I'm kind of curious about it. There are some glitter gels up here, which is not really my thing. There is a nail polish and another nail polish, and then a bunch of sponges. Y'all know I don't like sponges. I don't use sponges because I just find it to be too time consuming. I'm lazy, okay? Like, I don't want to go wet a sponge. I don't want to jam a sponge on my face for like 5 minutes to get my foundation to be blended. I just like to apply things with a brush because I find it to be a lot quicker. But these are really, really cute, and I think that I'll be able to, like I said earlier, put some of this in my December giveaway. Did I say that? I'm probably gonna have like a couple of giveaways in December, and I'm definitely gonna put some of these in there because sponges is something that everybody else seems to like except for me. So that's actually great because it means I can give away something that people are gonna like. Lastly, in this box, there was a ton of like little sticker things. These are adorable. So these are little nail stickers. I'm definitely going to keep these. These are like Halloween themed. I'm probably going to put those on my next set of nails that I put on. There's another one. There is like some little face jewel things. Actually a ton of these. These are really, really cute. Can definitely see myself using those as like a little accent to my eye looks. There's also these things that are like stickers that you sort of paint on and then you rip it off and you get like the pattern on them, which is also really cool. You know, stuff like this that I don't really use. There's other face jewels as well, which is kind of cool, but again, not really something that I'm into. But I'm excited to try out some of these things. Like the eyeshadow palette in particular looked really nice, so I'm gonna try to just clean up and move things out of the way so that I have actually room to do my makeup, and then we're gonna try out some of these things and see if they are worth the money. And I just think that this is such a fun collection. Like, I think that everything they came out with is such a good idea, like especially for Halloween. You know, I feel like a lot of people who like to do Halloween looks even don't want to spend a ton of money on like investing in like face paint and things that you're gonna use maybe once a year. Like, this is a great way to kind of get your fix if you're looking for something for Halloween and you don't want to spend a lot of money on it. Probably something to look into. Let's start with the face products. So I'm going to start with the blush, which is, oh my god, so cute. It has a little face of a pumpkin inside of it. Look at that, and it's orange. I'm so excited. This is in the shade, I don't think this has a name. It says Blush Fart Ojo. That I totally mispronounced that, and it just says blush. So limited edition. Let's get smashed. Okay, great. Let's get smashed, shall we? Why don't I use a brush from the Saved by the Bell collection that is currently dirty? But we're gonna use this one. This is a small angle brush that I like to use for my blushes. Picks up a lot. Gonna tap it off a little bit, but I do like me a lot of blush, so we're just gonna go in. That is a beautiful color. That is a beautiful color. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Ah, that is so cute. Oh, what a cute color. I don't actually think I have a color like this in a single, so that makes me very happy. It's very easy to work with. It's not too pigmented, even though it's definitely well, for some people it might be too pigmented, but for me, no. Is there even such a thing? I suppose, but most blushes for me are not too pigmented, and I really like this. I think this looks so cute. That looks so cute. Okay, this is by far the favorite blush that I've tried from Wet n Wild so far, mostly because I just think it's really cute that there is a pumpkin face in there, but also the color is just so adorable. Let's try out the highlighter. So the highlighter, does the highlighter have a name? It probably does. It just says the Fantasy Makers highlighter. So I have to admit, I don't know what the Fantasy Makers are because I don't know what most things are because I just don't really follow, and I also did not grow up in the States. So there's just a lot of things that might be nostalgic to some people that I'm just like, what is this again? But that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate the look of the collection, even though I don't really know what the theme is about. So this one has a little skull in it. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to, yeah, I think you'll be able to see that. So I remember they had another highlighter with a skull in it as well in a collection like 2 years ago. And I used that highlighter quite a bit. I forget the name of it, but I really like it. I'm gonna take this Alien Cosmetics brush and I'm gonna use that to apply the highlighter with. Obviously, we're gonna see what this looks like. I don't wanna go in too heavy because it is quite light. And usually I don't like white-based highlighters too much, so I just wanna make sure that, okay, so this isn't like super metallic. That's good in a way, because that way I feel like it's not gonna be like too light for me. So let's go ahead and just try to build this up and see what I can get out of this. It's definitely like on the white side, but I feel like it's sheer enough that I don't feel like it's too light. I don't feel like there's too much of a cast. I'm gonna take a little bit of the blush again once I've put this on and just kind of mesh them together, and I feel like that's gonna make it look really nice. It's not a super intense highlighter, so if you want something that's a little bit more subtle, maybe this would definitely be something to look into. It's definitely very, very cute. I'm just gonna take my blush and just go over that a little bit here just to get a good blend between the two, but yeah, I'm not hating on that. I'm not gonna say it's like my favorite highlighter of all time. It's definitely not, but I like the blush a lot. Like, the blush is beautiful. So I think we're gonna go ahead and try out the eyeshadow palette. So let me get this open. So this palette is called the Mummy of the Year palette. Isn't that so adorable? I really like this color story. I think that's really fun, and we're definitely gonna get something very fall out of it, and that's why I wanted to use this. So let's see. I'm just gonna touch these. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, I was not expecting that. That's a little chalky, but I think that's gonna look really nice in the end. Ooh, that yellow is, that's nice. These are really nice and soft. I just wanna kind of feel them. And that green looks very, very good. I think I definitely want to use probably a lot of the shades in this. Let me start by priming with my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base as per usual. Before we do the eyeshadow, I think I want to put on this lipstick, and I think I want to use the orange because I just love orange lipstick, let's be real. So let's see, I think this is also one of the matte ones. Yep, that is one of the matte ones. This is in the shade Jack-O-Lantern. So we're on like a pumpkin kick today with the pumpkin blush. We have the pumpkin lip scrub, and now we have the pumpkin colored lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I think this color is gonna look really nice. You know what this color reminds me of? It reminds me so much of the lipstick from Jeffree Star that I had a while ago that I decluttered, obviously, after shit went down. But it was the shade, was it the shade Pumpkin Pie? I used to love that color, and this reminds me so much of that color. It's so beautiful. I love the shade of orange. Yeah, I really like that. That's stunning. Let's see, is my application okay? It definitely could be worse, but it also could be better, so we're doing okay. Let's go into this. I love this color. This color is so cute. Okay, let's go into the eyeshadow palette. Let me find a brush that is somewhat clean here, which is always a problem. So I am going to start with, I'm actually going to start with my inner corner today, and I want to use this yellow. I'm probably going to layer the gold over the top after. Wow, that picks up like a lot. That picks up a lot on my brush. Okay, that looks really nice. I'm gonna just stamp that right in the inner corner of my eye as kind of my inner corner shade. Wow, why is that so pigmented? I was not expecting that. That's insanely pigmented for being a yellow. Like yellows are usually very hard to make. So I am honestly quite impressed right now. Like this is very, very, very nice. Just kind of blending that into my crease a little bit here, but I do want a lot of this yellow because the yellow inner corner just makes me so incredibly happy. Okay, very, very impressed so far. Next up, we are going to try out the green shade. So this one right here, these don't have any names, which I honestly kind of like palettes that don't have shade names because it means I can't butcher them. So I'm gonna take that on my Rephr number 13. Picks up beautifully. I'm gonna basically use this as my crease shade, and then I'm probably gonna deepen it up with the dark brown, and we're gonna do some shimmers on the lid. So let's go ahead and see how this applies. So far, very nice and pigmented, beautiful color. Just gonna take this all the way through my crease, blend it into the yellow as well as underneath my eye. Just going in with a clean, fluffy brush here, and I'm just gonna work on blending out the edges now that I have the color where it is that I want it to be. It's blending up beautifully. I really like this shade of green. Like I just love green eyeshadow, okay? Like I do not discriminate when it comes to green, but I do have to admit that I am a little bit biased towards bright greens like this because they just make me really happy, especially paired with something darker to deepen it up with. Okay, that blended out very nicely. Next up, I'm going to deepen up this color with the dark brown. So let's see, I feel like these are both mattes, but they're kind of different. Okay, maybe this one is more of a satin, so I definitely want to use the matte shade. I'm gonna take this one right here. I love that there's a very deep matte in this because that is just how I like to do my makeup. I like to use something very dark. Look at how pigmented that is. Very dark in the outer corner of my eye just to get a little bit more depth. So I'm gonna mostly keep this in the outer corner. I don't want to really deepen up like the front portion of my crease. I just want to deepen up the outer portion as well as the outer corner of my eye, obviously. Just putting down the color in the outer corner first, and then I'm just using small circular motions to just blend it gently into my crease in the outer part. And I take it a little bit underneath the outer portion of my lower lash line as well, just to get a little bit of depth, just to connect the outer corner of my eye. Now let's use some of these shimmers. I'm going to just put down some of my NYX glitter primer first before we do that, so that the shimmers really get to pop. And I think I definitely want to use the gold in my inner portion. Not sure what I want to use on the rest of my lid yet. Let's take a look and see what is in this palette. So I think that there is a darker green that could kind of look fun, like this one. It is a little bit more of a satin shade though, but I mean, that actually looks really nice. I kind of do want this to be sort of dark and smoky, so maybe I'll take a little bit of that one. Just put that on the middle of my lid, and then I will use the gold shade sort of in the front portion. I think that's gonna look quite nice. So let's first go in with the green here, and I'm gonna just start in the middle and just drag it outwards. So this is definitely more of a satin shade, but I do think that once I get the gold down, it's gonna blend really nicely. And I mean, this is blending beautifully into that brown though, I gotta admit. Like that looks very, very nice and smooth. Like even though I'm definitely more of a sparkly person, I like my shimmers to be very out there. These do look really nice on the lids. If you're someone who doesn't like shadows that like enhance the texture of your eyelids, and you like something that you can apply dry, you don't want your shadows to be like super intense and out there, like this is definitely a great formula for you. But even if you are someone who likes intense shadows, like you can definitely spice this up by using some of the other shadows in this palette to go with it. But this does look really nice. I'm just gonna tap into the dark brown one more time. Just gonna bring that back a little bit and make sure that the blend between the two colors is looking good. But honestly, I'm so impressed right now. Like these mattes are just performing so well. They're really easy to work with. They build beautifully. They're super rich in pigment, and they're just, I mean, for the price, you really can't beat it. Like this is nice quality. Okay, so for the front portion of my lid, I'm gonna take the gold shade here because that one just looks beautiful. Just gonna wipe off my brush a little bit here, and I'm gonna pick that up on the other side of the brush that I had the green on and just put that in the front portion. Yeah, that is way more metallic. I love that. And this is gonna blend so nicely. I'm just gonna kind of layer that over the inner corner shade as well as a little bit over the shade that I put in the middle of my lid, just to brighten it up a little bit, just kind of tapping it into my crease. Yeah, see what a difference that made? That looks actually really nice. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go into the green just one more time, just make sure that, I just wanna pull this down a little bit. I felt like the shimmer got up a little bit too high here. But yeah, this looks nice. Like, I really like this look. I think that's what I wanna do for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off. Maybe I will take a little bit of, I was gonna say maybe I would take a little bit of that in my inner corner, but I don't think I want to like lighten this up anymore. I think I'm just gonna do some liner and mascara, and I'll come back and I'll show you the final look. Okay, so I finished off with some yellow in my waterline. This is one of the Raw Beauty Christy collabs in Colourpop in the shade Marigold. It kind of turned into a little bit of like a greeny yellow because apparently I had a little bit of powder in my waterline and it turned in a little more green than I was expecting, but I really like it. I think it turned out really fun. And then I used two of these little face jewel things, whatever you want to call them, just like in my inner corner here, because I just thought it would be fun. Like, I used to love doing that like last year. Was it in December? I don't know, but I had a phase where I used little face jewels all the time just for a little bit of an accent piece, and it's something that I love to do when I'm not filming and I'm not wearing a lot of eye makeup. I love just doing like one on each side, like right here, just like a clear jewel. I just think it looks really, really cute with just like some mascara, and it's so easy and so quick. And yeah, I really like honestly, this thing, like, I don't know what they did, but I am so majorly impressed because that yellow, this matte yellow, holy cow, like that is so pigmented and so pretty and so, wow, like I have no words. Wet n Wild, you outdid yourself with this little palette. I think this is beautiful. The color story is great. The formula is really, really nice. And I like this a lot. Like, this is gonna end up very high in my palette ranking next time because this is great. I love this. And I'm so happy to have all of these other things in the collection as well, especially the things that like, you know, are interesting to me. The blush, I can't wait to use this like every day for the rest of my life. I have to admit the highlighter is not my favorite just because it is a little bit too light for me, like just a little bit. I wish it had a little bit of a darker color to it, but that is obviously just me, and I know that a lot of people don't mind icy highlighters, but for me it's a little bit too light for what I usually go for. I'm also really excited to test out the pumpkin lip scrub as well as the lip mask. This is in the shade Candy Apple. Like, these are so cute. I cannot wait. Like, this was a great collection, and I'm so glad that I finally sat down to do this video, even though there was a lot in here, which is obviously why I didn't use all of it. But also the lipsticks. The lipsticks are really, really, really nice. I mean, look at this color. It's beautiful. I really like this. And they had some really, really fun colors as well. They had like blues and, you know, a white. If you're looking for something like this for like costume makeup, this is great. So thank you Wet n Wild for sending me this collection. I had so much fun just playing with this. And yeah, I hope that you guys check it out if this is something that you're interested in. I think that you guys are really going to like it, especially the palettes. If this is the same quality as the other 3 palettes in this collection, they're all gonna be great. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you want to see some more, I would say Wet n Wild content, but I don't think I have a playlist, but I can definitely make one. Let me make a Wet n Wild playlist and put that up there. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.